So you're going to write an equation. Oh, now are you allowed to use the point slope? Yeah?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do it. Are you ready?
The
Yes.
question was kind of like cut off a little bit
Oh, wait.
on that.
The whiteboard? It's off.
You know, on the question, like from the
Oh,
picture,
no worries. No worries. Yeah.
it
But
says,
let me know you're allowed to use the point slope form, right? So let's do
yeah,
the
we are.
point slope. I'll write the whole word here. Point slope form. Okay, let's do it. Now look at number 7. We'll do 7 differently, okay? Remember? I'll show you that in a second. And number 8. All right, number 5, let's do it. I assume you want this to be your x1, y1, the very first set. Is that right? Number 5.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's do it. That means you will not touch the x and the y, only the x1,
Mhm.
y1. So the y1 will be a -3. I recommend you parenthesize the -3 separately from the minus. Equals slope. Oh yeah. What do you do with the m? What do you do with the m?
Um, then
Do you remember?
you put it like in front.
Yes, but how do you find it? This is
Um,
what you do. You remember? This is what you do.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so we have to do this one. So I'll do the ones minus the twos. I believe that's the way you've been doing it. So let's do that. Yeah. So anyway, we'll start plugging in. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll blank it, and then we solve it, and then we'll plug it back in the m, and the 4 will be the x, a -4 here, x -4. But we have to do this. So here we go. Let's do it. So what is it? -3 minus 3 over 4 minus 2. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's double check. Yes, this is your twos, and these are your ones. X2, Y2. All right, so that's a -6 over 2. So it's -3. So here it is. You put the -3 in for the m, and your x1, y1. X1 is 4, so it's -4. Y1 is -3, so it's -3. Then clean it up. I assume you have to solve for y, distribute. Is that right?
Maybe.
I think you should. It's kind of common in the beginning. When you get up there, the teacher doesn't care. The teacher likely have you stop right here. But I believe
Yeah.
you're supposed to continue for a while, for now. So subtract both sides by 3 to get y by itself. So here it is, the final answer, plus 9. That's number 5.
Okay.
Okay, number 6, same way, but let's do the m first this time.
Okay.
Okay, so you do -3 minus 5, -7 minus -3. Careful with the sign. Yeah, the main minus is mandatory from the formula up here. Okay, double check your math. 3 minus 5, -7 minus -3. Yes. Okay, continue. -8, -4. So that is +2. Double check my math. Become +3 here. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, then use the point slope. Y1 will be -3. Oh, sorry, we're on number 6. This is x1, y1. So it'll be still -3 equals 2 times x minus -7. You could parenthesize, double parenthesis if you want. If you want to be clean, just be careful. 1 minus and a -7, like that. And then you clean it up as x plus 7.
Okay.
You follow? Oh, you okay? And distribute.
Yeah, I'm good.
y plus 3 on this side. Then subtract both sides by 3. Plus 11. Check my math and check yours. Did you get the same?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it.
I'll double check if you want. 3y x. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay, now, you okay with that one? Okay, now let me explain. Since you were using y equals mx plus b last time, let me explain, okay?
Yeah.
For number 7 and number 8, you can do this in seconds. But I know that you want to practice this, but you will practice it more for the later ones. But let's learn this one for the sake of test. Like for it's going to be a test problem. I'm like 95 to 99% sure. What do you mean by that? You will be given like 2 points with the y-intercept. Could you tell? You remember the y-intercept is when your x is 0. You know, your x
Yeah.
is 0 and your y is some number, including 0. But your x is still 0 and your x is still 0 here. So what that means is that the point here and the point here, the xy coordinate there, it's called y-intercept. Y-intercept. I know it's intercept at the origin, but it's still y-intercept. What that means is that if you ever get a problem like this, you still have to solve. You still have to get the m. I'm sorry, I apologize. You still have to get the m. But when you continue on from there, it is much faster if you do this formula that you used last time. So I'm pretty sure you're allowed to use it because you were doing it before. Therefore, your argument is going to be, hey, I don't want to forget to use it, so let me use it. Is that okay? And when we have
Yeah.
time, we'll come back and prove it. But I promise it's the same. I did it before. I showed to you, but I want to have you execute it now. But let's do the m first. I'll even leave that alone with the arrow. So let's do the m normal for number 7. Right? What is that? 3 minus 8 negative 1 minus 0. Okay, double check. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be negative 5 over negative 1. Negative 1 minus 0 is still negative 1. Therefore, it's 5. Okay. Now watch. What do you do now? Take a look. Okay, do you get the 5 for the m?
Yeah.
Okay, now I recommend you write this if you, I don't know, your teacher doesn't care. Don't be afraid to write what you're going to use in college. Students do this all the time, and the teacher appreciate that because the teacher want to know what formula you use. Sometime in high school, they think that the student thinks that they're cheating or something. The teacher might think they're cheating. No, the teacher will never think that. If you can even write something, it's so good that you remember it. Like, hey, how you memorized it so good. This thing too, you can write this. You can write this before you even use them. At least once. If you have a lot of problems, you can like at least once. And then you could use it as many times as you need. So now I'm going to use this. How? Yeah, you got your m. This time you're not going to write the y and you're not going to write the x. I mean, you're not going to plug in for y or x. You're just going to use the 5 for the m. And guess what the b is? It's your y-intercept. Just like that. You are done. Special. This is done. And we'll come back and prove it using the point slope form. Okay? But we're going to do the same thing for number 8. Do the same thing for number 8. Because you got the 0. The key is the 0 for x, okay? If you get 0 for x, your y-intercept will be your y coordinate. Okay? All right, number 8. Let's do the m. Same way. What is that? We're gonna do 6 minus 0, negative 2 minus 0. 6 minus 0, negative 2 minus, yeah. Is that okay? 6
Yeah.
minus 0, negative 2 minus 0. Okay, so your answer is just this right here, negative 3 for the m. Okay. Now we're going to use this again. Okay, how? Well, y equals -3 for the m, x plus 0. The 0 is that. And then show the plus 0, and then rewrite it without the 0 for the final answer. We'll come back and prove it, but we want to move on. Okay, so are we on the next page now? Let me bring in.
Yeah, on the next picture.
Okay, let me add a photo here. This one, I think. This is the next page. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on here, it's going to be 16 to 21.
Okay, got it. 16 to 21. 16, 21. Okay. Same thing, except 18.
Yeah.
You can do fast. Okay. All right, let's go through it, I guess. Is that the neighbor or is that your place? The music.
There's like something happening outside.
It's a celebration. Got it.
Yeah.
Sometimes just want someone's birthday too. I used to,
Yeah.
used to have, don't, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I used to have, two ex-girlfriends who are Latinas. They're Mexicans. I'm not kidding. I have proof. I have pictures. If you're curious, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I have pictures to prove it. If you're curious, maybe I'll share that with you, in the future. But I know it. You guys have like the coolest celebration and foods. Oh my gosh, I love the food. All right, 16. We're gonna use the same equation, but I'll write it up. I know you have it memorized by now. Oops, x minus x1 and m equals y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. Again, you can do 2 minus 1s if you want, but that means you have to
Yeah.
do the same thing for the top and the bottom. What is that? All right, let's do the m first, I guess. You don't have to, but you should. All right, so it's going to be -2 minus 3 over 9 minus 4. All right, so -5 over 5. So -5 divided by 5 is -1. So put that on hold and then start using, plugging in your x1, y1. So this is your x1, y1, the first coordinate. So it'll be y minus -2 equals -1 for the m, the slope. And then x minus 9. Then clean it up, distribute. -x. -1 times x is -x. You can write -1x if you want. Then a +9. -1 times -9 or -9. +9. And then you have y plus 2 on this side. Subtract 2, subtract 2. So y equals -x plus 7. Final answer. Okay, 17. When do you submit this work? You have to.
I think when I come back to school.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 17. I hope you can see it. You
Yeah.
have it with you in front of you, I think. Also, so okay, so the m again, you're gonna do 5 minus -2. I recommend you write the parenthesis when you can write it, but sometimes it's already inside the parenthesis. You can do like a elevated -2, like elevate the sign up a little bit. That's something you've seen before too, by the way. But sometimes you haven't seen it for a while. Okay, anyway, 5 minus -2, -2 minus 5. That's interesting.
Okay.
That'd be 7. 5 plus 2, -7. So it'd become -1 again. Interesting. Double checking right now. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay, and then we go back and plug in to this point slope form for
Yeah.
y. Yeah, y minus y1, which is going to be 5, equals -1 times y1. Yeah, minus 5, x minus negative 2. Here it is. You can do something like, if you get fancy, you could do negative like this. See, like double parenthesis like that. Or you could, if you want to be just, clean, you could do elevated sign negative 2 like that. I don't normally do this, but I think you've seen it. It's in early math, you do see negative 2 being with the negative elevated up a little bit like that. And it's written like this too. Okay, I remember it. Okay, plus and then distribute. So you get a negative x minus 2 and then y minus 5 here. And then just add both sides by 5. So the final answer will be y, they cancel here, equals negative x plus 3. Negative 2 plus 5, negative 3. Okay, 18. Okay. Oh, 18. We're going to use this, remember? So we're going to use y equals mx plus b because it's faster. But we still have to get m. So let's do m first. Same m as this right here. All right. M.
Yeah.
y1, which is 3 minus negative 7. This one I'm not going to elevate because it's not between the parentheses. As to negative 5 minus 0. So it'd be 10 on top. 3 minus 3 plus 7 over negative 5. Negative 5 minus 0 is negative 5. It's still going to be negative 2. And here we go. Just like this. You're going to use this just like that, straight out. So you leave the x and the y alone. Substitute m as this negative 2. Leave the x. The b is this right here. Okay? This is your y-intercept.
Yeah.
Y-intercept, because x is 0. And your b will be it's a plus b, so it's the same thing as minus 7. Your negatives, that's your b. Your b, yeah. So negative 7. I want to write this and point that right there. Okay. So that's done. 19. Okay. Now careful, okay? It only works if you have 0 comma something number, not the other way around. This is your y-intercept. Okay? This is y-intercept. But if it's some number, comma 0, that's x-intercept. You cannot use that. So you cannot use this here. Just 0 for x, y coordinate. This is your y-intercept. Sorry, just want to point that out for learning sake. Okay, let's do the m again. So it'll be 5 minus negative 2 over 3 minus 2. Yeah, so it'll be 5 plus 2, it's just 7 over 1. So it's just 7. And then we used point slope form. This right here. So y minus y1, which is going to be 3, equals m, which is 7. X minus x1, which is going to be 5. X minus 5. Distribute. 7x minus 35. Y minus 3. Add 3. Add 3. So we got 7x minus 30, of course, negative 32 or minus 32. That's it. Okay. 20. Right. M. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So 20m. We're going to do negative 3. And I hope I used my y in the last one. Yes, I did. Negative 3 minus 3. Negative 3 minus 3. Negative 1 minus negative 2. Negative 3 minus 3. Negative 1 minus negative 2. Negative 2. Sorry, not negative 3, negative 2. Yeah, okay. So it's a negative 6 on top over 1 plus negative 1 plus 2. So it's the 1. So the answer is negative 6 for the slope, or m. And plug it into point slope. Y minus y1, which is negative 3, equals m, which is 6. X minus x1, which is going to be negative 3. So I'll do an elevated negative 1 sign, negative sign, and 1. This becomes y plus 3. It was negative 6 x plus 1. It seems like you're in a neighborhood where there's a lot happening, dude. Negative,
Yeah.
distribute negative 6, negative 6x minus 6, y plus 3. Subtract both sides by 3. And you're left with y equals negative 6x minus 9. And we check the math, but I think it's good. And then for the last one of this section, 21. Okay, you got that?
Yeah, I'm good.
21. Do m again first. 21, we're going to do negative 4 minus 4. Negative 2 minus 2 for the x. So negative 8 over negative 4 would be positive 2. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 is positive 2. That's interesting. Okay. Then we're going to use y point slope, y minus y1, which is going to be y minus negative 4, m, which is 2, x minus negative 2. X minus negative 2, yeah. So it becomes y plus 4. This becomes x plus 2 here. So in college, we write things above and just go ahead and distribute. So it's 2x plus 4. So we don't have to write too much. Your teacher won't mind. Double check. Yeah, and then subtract both sides by 4. That means it's gone. Oh, I was wondering. Well, okay. I was wondering. And now you wonder why this is. I know has where the b, the y-intercept is gone. It's fine. What it is that the graph will look something like this. It will go through the origin. It's a 2 comma 4 right here, and then negative 2 comma negative 4. So imagine that it's going to go through right there. If you plot the points, so you see the y-intercept is 0. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're curious about it, negative 4 and then a negative 2 over here. Sorry, my scaling is not good, but it looks like that. It looks like that. So it's going to go through the origin. It's like symmetrically with respect to the origin. Symmetry with symmetrical with respect to the origin. That's what the way they phrase it. All right. Okay, then the next page, the last page here. Okay, which one do we do from here?
Just 34 and 35.
Okay, 34, 35.
And it's the same thing.
Okay. What's the big deal with the green button there? Green.
I think on the book and like on the app, like at the end in the glossary, it gives you a step-by-step solution to it.
Okay. Why 35? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's do 34.
I think it's just like random, but
Okay. So let me write out the formula first. Y2, x1 minus x2. Y minus y1, point slope, and minus x minus x minus x1. So these are the formulas you're going to use. So let's get the m first, the slope. So for 34, we're going to do negative 2 minus 1, and then 5 minus 7. So the top is negative 3, negative 2 minus 1, negative 3. The bottom will be negative 2. So I see, it's fraction. Got it. So it's going to be positive 3 halves for your m. 35 will also
um,
be fractions. Yeah, pretty sure. So we're going to use
yeah.
the point slope again here. So here we go. Y minus y1, which is negative 2, equals 3 halves times x minus x1, which is 5. Clean up a little bit here, be y plus 2, distribute. Okay, we'll deal with the fraction. So you get 3 halves x minus, same thing as 5 over 1. You can go ahead and multiply straight across. There's no cross canceling because 2 cannot go into 5, so you can do 15 over 2. We'll leave it like that for now. And double check, yeah. And then subtract both sides by 2. Okay, now we're left with y, and then the final answer. So I recommend you do the math on the side here, like write it out to the side. It's really the same thing as negative 5 halves subtracting 2. Okay, is that okay? Like right here. Careful, you have to take the sign with it. So what you're going to do is do common denominator. So times 2 times 2. So then you get 15, negative 15, minus 4 all over the common denominator of 2. I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah.
It'll be a minus, well, here's the final answer. It'll be 3 halves x. I know it's a negative in the numerator, but since you're writing it as a slope-intercept form or an expression on this side, you're going to write it as a minus 19 halves. Is that, I hope that's okay. It makes sense to you. Is that okay? It's the same thing as
Yeah.
plus. Yeah, it's the same thing as plus negative 19 halves. But then you don't want to do plus negative. You just write minus. So it's always like that. So this should be the answer. Then we do 30, 35 here.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be okay with that one. All right, we're going to do m again. So m is going to be y1 minus y2. So it'd be negative 3 minus 5 over x1 minus x2, which is 5 minus 2. So you get negative 8 over 3. It's even fancier. Your m is a fraction. It's a negative fraction. I would recommend you write the negative in the middle right here when we plug it in. So just leave it like that for now. The numerator is negative 8. So we know where it came from. Keep track of the signs. We got a negative and we got a positive here on the bottom. And then you do point slope. So it's going to be y minus y1, which is negative 3, equals m, which is now we're going to write like this. A negative 8/3 x minus x1, which is 5. Okay. Yes. So then just clean up a little bit. Y plus 3. This one distribute. So it'll be negative 8/3 x. And then negative times, it's really the same thing as plus negative 5. So a negative 8/3 times negative 5, it's going to be a plus. Again, you cannot cross cancel here or anything, like over 1. So just multiply straight across like over 1. So it'll be negative 8 times a negative 5. That will be 40 over 3. I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, negative and a negative positive here. And then subtract both sides by 3. Now, some people do it like this, if you want to see it. Subtract 3, subtract 3, but you do over 1 times 3 times 3. You see it? I'm writing the work on the side right here. Common
Yeah.
denominator. Yeah, some people do it like that. I cancel here. I normally do on the side to be neat for teaching purposes. And then you can combine them. A 40 minus 9. This is a 9. So that will be a plus 31 over 3. So that should be the final answer.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure. But double check my math. Pretty sure, but double check my math. Is that it? Yeah. What about 38?
What?
Is that it, or do you need to do you have to do 38 also?
No, that's it.
Okay. If you ever wonder about 38, okay, this is also common. I know, like, you don't have to do it. What you do is that you plug in X right here and you plug in Y right there. And then combine this over here after you plug in. If they match it with the Y, which is -1, then it is true. Get it? Yeah. It's like you have to check whether your X over there and your Y over here combined will be equate or satisfy the equation, or, you know what I mean? I hope you're okay. It's something that you're supposed to kind of know later on anyway. But okay,